took me a minute to jump on board with this because a lot of you, I know like half of the people in this group did start the challenge with Young Living in February or no, January. And right? Or did it start in February?
February, yeah.
Yeah. So some of you are in, oh, I have my balance and burner like right over there on the counter. I was going to show it. I'll grab it in a minute. But I wanted to research ingredients because like Kari, we're both breastfeeding moms, and I really didn't want to mess with that. I breastfeed my 1.5 year old and 3.5 year old. And Lord willing, we'll be weaning in, the next year or 5. But I was like, I don't want to mess with supply. Let me do my due diligence and research ingredients. Let me just say this call tonight, I'm not going through the ingredients, but if you're there, if you're like just researching or not sure yet if you're doing this or whatever, just drop your email in the chat and I'll add you to this email sequence I created. But it's a series of 5 emails that you'll receive where I really go into the nitty gritty of the science, and I share a lot of testimonies and the ingredients. And so the only red flag or concern that corporate ever gave me from the very beginning, because that was my first question, is like, hey, can breastfeeding moms take this? I don't recommend it for pregnant moms. But their only concern or warning, I would say, was the caffeine, which Kari and I both kind of we've been back and forth on that as well. And the only caffeine that you'll see, it's 22 milligrams, which is a little bit more than like decaf coffee. If you drink coffee, it's like a third of a cup. It's very low, and it's from uh, wait, I had it written down. Guamine, is that how you say it, Kari?
It's
Um,
from Guarana.
Guarana, thank you. It's a
Yeah.
seed. It's a seed that grows in the Amazon, and it's like a slow release. And so, what's really cool is because I'm a part of this early access B&B group. So it has like over 100 people in it. Those people have been taking it since December. So some people just started their third month. Like there's not one single person in there. It's just like across the board, people who say things like, I can't drink coffee, I don't do caffeine doesn't sit right with my body. None of those people are having issues. So um outside of that, and I do drink coffee, so I wasn't really concerned about the caffeine myself, but I know people are. The only thing I would say for breastfeeding moms is one of the effects this is going to have on you is lowering appetite and helping you not crave those snacky things. And so you just want to be really cautious that you're getting enough nutrients and calories for breastfeeding. So that's really the main thing. um, Other than that, I know like, and if you're already taking it and you want to chime in at any point and write in the chat your experience, like I know we have a breastfeeding mom in here who's like, well, I want to say 2 weeks in that hasn't noticed any supply chain, like please share your information with us. So anyway, all that being said, I did my research and I was like, yes, I'm in, I want to do this. And I'm really, really excited. So I'm starting March 1st with a bunch of you. So stay tuned till the very end. I have a QR code for our group chat, which I am a big fan of group challenges. I need them. I could like honestly use any accountability and motivation when it comes to doing something consistently. And I've pretty much committed to a group health challenge of some sort since November, and I'm feeling so good. And I love my daily check in. I feel like I need it. It doesn't mean every day I do the things, but I'm very aware of it. And I make decisions based off of showing up in these challenges. And so, if you are like me and need that extra accountability and support, I have a group chat for us, and I'm going to be doing giveaways. And basically, it'll be just a way for us every day to go in and check in. And so, you want to put your notifications on. It's in the app, WhatsApp. But I'll talk more about that at the end. So, okay, welcome to the Balance and Burn Challenge, guys. We're doing this starting in March. I know that when you order your supplies, it's a 30-day supply. The majority of the people that I'm hearing from in our early access group are saying that around the 4 week mark is when they're starting to really see results. This is going to be different for everybody. We all have a different body chemistry. We all need to wake up different parts of our system. Some people, this is really going to wake up your gut. For some people, this is really going to target your hormone balance. So some people are noticing around that 30-day mark that they're really getting good results. Some people, it's going to be a slower burn. They need a little bit extra support. And so the full spectrum to get like the most out of it would be 90 days. So 30, 60, or 90 days, you're going to land somewhere in there. And again, we all have different starting points and we all have different goals. But if you are somebody who's frustrated by weight loss resistance, maybe you are somebody who experiences energy crashes or cravings or not ever feeling like fully satiated, satisfied, like you're always hungry. If you are someone who has concerns about blood sugar or insulin resistance, or you're someone who feels like they're doing everything right, but you're just stuck without the results, then this challenge is for you. I think a lot of us fall somewhere in those categories. Hi, welcome back. Jeremy's doing a late night grocery run because my birthday's tomorrow. Can't wait to see what he just got for breakfast. Okay, so I do want to encourage you, like, this is not a quick fix. This is not about diet culture or extreme dieting. This is really about understanding how your body works so that weight loss feels easier and more sustainable. Calories matter, obviously, but really what's going on and what Balance and Burn is focused on is your hormones. And because your hormones are going to decide what happens with the calories that we consume. So fat loss is not as simple as like getting less calories, right? It's not just calories in, calories out. It's actually about supporting your body's natural systems. And that's what I appreciate about this system, about Young Living, that this is designed to be a root cause healing type of system. This isn't just like, let me just inject some hormones and trick my body into losing weight. But bottom line, and I'm going to break down a little bit just so that you understand what's going on in the body. That's what this call is going to be about. And then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do for our March challenge. And then we'll close it. I'll give you the group chat QR code and all that. But bottom line, if your insulin stays high, your fat stays stored. And so there are a few key factors that really influence how your body uses and stores fat. So this is things like your blood sugar stability, which is going to help prevent your energy crashes. It's going to help with those unwanted cravings. The second piece here is insulin levels and sensitivity. So that's going to affect how your body stores fat or how your body burns fat. The next piece is muscle and movement, which both drive your metabolism and your calorie use. And then finally, stress and sleep, which play a huge role in hormonal balance and recovery. So this is not just like, we're just going to take Balance and Burn. There's a couple other things that we're going to do in our March challenge. So I'm excited to jump into that. Okay, real quick, this is just, I've already done a call on the product itself, but just like a quick understanding of how this is working in your body. So when you eat, and especially when you eat foods like high in refined carbs, so things like white bread or pastries or sugar drinks, basically your blood sugar rises. And then your body responds by releasing insulin. Insulin is a hormone. This helps move sugar that you're consuming from your blood into your cells for you to use for energy. But what happens is when we have repeated blood sugar spikes and crashes, we feel really low on energy. We are always hungry or we crave things, especially sweet. So I'm curious if you want to add in the chat if you have any of these things, but some common signs of blood sugar swings are things like cravings, especially at night, energy crashes after meals, because remember, when we eat, we should be getting energy. But if you notice that you eat and you get tired, that's another sign. Brain fog, irritability, needing snacks to feel normal, or even waking at night hungry or wired. Those are all signs of blood sugar imbalance. Curious if any of these blood sugar swings do you notice? And then I want to talk to you for a second about GLP-1, because this is a really important hormone. This hormone supports healthy insulin, which is supposed to be released at the right time. It also slows your digestion to the point where your blood sugar is stable. And it also helps promote feelings of fullness. So this is where our reduced cravings and our late night hunger things come in. So I feel like I live under a rock because until Young Living released this, I was like, what is GLP-1? Like, I didn't even know about the Hollywood, I don't know how to say it, Ozempic, the shots that everyone was taking. So I've learned a lot. But if you've been paying attention to wellness trends lately, you've probably heard GLP-1, right? And these are coming up in conversation when we talk about blood sugar and metabolism. And I know it's kind of touted as like a miracle weight loss regimen, but what GLP-1 is and why it matters for your health is it is a hormone. So it stands for glucagon like peptide 1. It's a natural hormone that your body already makes, and it's in the gut and the small intestine. Think of GLP-1 as like a metabolic messenger. So it's released after you eat, and it basically signals to both your brain and your pancreas that it's time to manage incoming energy. So GLP-1 stimulates insulin release to balance your blood sugar. It slows your digestion down, right? So you feel full longer. And it also supports healthy metabolism and energy balance. So um, it's a crucial part of our insulin and our metabolic system. But the thing is our body already makes it. And so what Balance and Burn is trying to do is help your body be able to create this on its own eventually and to signal to your body to produce it and to release it. So when your digestive system's healthy, when your gut, your microbiome is healthy, your blood sugar is stable, and this process flows smoothly. But what happens, and I think where all of us could fall in some level, is things like stress, inflammation, and even poor dietary habits. All of those things can take over, and then that signaling becomes weak. And so factors that reduce GLP-1 activity are things like if you have chronic high blood sugar or you're constantly snacking, both of those are going to slow that production down. If you have inflammation in your gut, if you have poor digestion, if you have high levels of stress, cortisol, if you have disrupted sleep, this is where I fall in. This is me, which also disrupts your nervous system balance. If you're not very diligent at taking high fiber foods or phytonutrients, that's where lifestyle support, nutrition, and this targeted supplement is really going to help our body find its natural rhythm again. So that's like GLP-1 in a nutshell. Tell me if you learned something new. So insulin resistance and stubborn fat. So this happens basically when your cells don't respond anymore to the insulin. And remember, insulin's a hormone. It's a hormone that moves the sugar that you're eating into your cells for energy. So to compensate when our system isn't working properly is your body then releases more insulin. And that's where this leads to increased hunger, more fat storage, especially fat storage around the belly or stubborn areas. And remember, this is not a personal failure. This is a natural physiological response to modern life and how we live. So, a few things here: common contributors to insulin resistance, frequent snacking, grazing throughout the day. That's why you'll notice in our March challenge, one of the things I'm going to hold you to or encourage you to do is 3 meals a day, 3 nutritious meals a day, less snacking. I am very guilty of this as a breastfeeding mom. I know, because it's just easy. It's just the easier way. It's like I feed the kids and then I snack, right? If you eat ultra processed or highly refined foods, this is also going to contribute to insulin resistance. Again, poor or insufficient sleep, chronic stress, low muscle mass. If you sit or you're kind of sedentary throughout most of the day. So this is why supporting GLP-1 can make a huge difference for you, because when it comes to insulin resistance and stubborn fat, I think we could really use a hand holding, a little boost. So I'm excited for this challenge because we're basically combining our supplement with things like basic small movements or balanced meals. And then for me, healthy sleep habits is always like top of my priority list. Okay, so what does fat burn really mean? So when we talk about fat burn, I don't know, maybe you have some good ideas in your head. I think I instantly think of like punishing myself, like I have to work out really, really hard or drastically diet, restrict calories. That is not the case. What fat burn really means is giving your body access to the fuel it already has stored. That is your body fat. But we want to do this in a safe and a sustainable way. So when your blood sugar is stable, then your insulin is balanced, and then your body feels supported, and then it can easily tap into your stored fat for energy. And so just remember, the point is not like we're not just restricting ourselves, we're not just eating less forever. Hopefully, what Balance and Burn is going to do is teaching our body when it's safe to burn fat while still feeling nourished, energized, and satisfied. Um, let's talk about the Balance and Burn framework. So, the heart of this challenge is really a real life, everyday approach to supporting blood sugar, insulin, and healthy fat use. So, there's four simple pillars that they use, and the four are nutrition, movement, sleep, and stress are kind of in the same category, and then GLP-1 specific support, which is our Balance and Burn. Nutrition is not really about diet culture. Like, I know we have some funny ideas when we think of nutrition, but think of nutrition as fueling your body with the nourishment that it can actually use. So we're going to focus on things like meals that balance energy or support your hormones or just support your body in general. So some basic principles here are going to be protein first at every meal. Protein stabilizes blood sugar and keeps you full. I work with pregnant moms on a daily basis, and 95% of their complaints and issues are solved with protein. I'm not even kidding. Everything from headaches to energy to weight gain that they don't want or not enough weight gain, even breastfeeding, protein first at every meal that stabilizes blood sugar. The next is we're going to build plates with not just protein, but also fiber and healthy fat. I know if you bought Balance and Burn, maybe you noticed that there were three options. There was like the basic kit, which is just Balance and Burn. Then they had another one. I think it was called like the power kit. I know, Garen, you got that one. And that one came with fiber. It came with it's called prebiotic fiber. It's delicious. If you've never tried it, my kids love it and ask for it. If anyone has it, you can show it. It's a passion fruit flavor. But fiber and Balance and Burn are going to be best friends. I highly recommend. Look, Garen is showing it off. Do you feel free to put in the chat, Garen, or whatever, but you like it, you're drinking it. If you do not have a gallbladder, you need the extra fiber, and that's going to help. Are you trying to unmute yourself? Let's see if this works. Oh, okay. And then the other kit, I forget what it was called. It came with the fiber, Balance and Burn, and Ningxia. And Ningxia is flooding your body with antioxidants, which is also going to help with lowering your inflammation and giving your body fiber and nutrients. So there were three options there. I highly recommend the fiber though. Okay, so some sample meals, just for instance, and I will be like providing more of this type of stuff in our chat, but for breakfast, things like eggs or meat instead of cereal or toast for breakfast. Protein and healthy fat snacks instead of things like crackers and chips. Think like hard boiled eggs, olives. And then we also want to focus on just balanced meals, like 3 meals a day that fill you up instead of just a constant graze throughout the day. That's really going to help this process. The second piece, so that was nutrition. The second piece is movement. And remember, movement isn't punishment. It's regulation. Movement, especially after your meals, is going to help stabilize blood sugar levels and improve digestion. I have to say, like, I'm a collegiate athlete, and I went through a season of like having just a really unhealthy relationship with working out, especially weightlifting. I just got really burnt out of it and it felt like a chore. It wasn't like, oh, this is fun, this is good for me. It was like, oh, something else to do. I took a break from weightlifting for a while and ran for a little bit, and I've just kind of gone back and forth. And it wasn't until I recently joined a group of moms doing like a health challenge where we just have committed to 5 days a week doing 25 minutes. Okay, this is so easy, of some sort of weighted workout. Like, it can be a body weight workout, it can be small dumbbells. It's so simple, and it's brought me so much joy to incorporate this back into my life because it's something that I didn't have time for, and now I feel the effects of it. And so I'm just going to encourage you, we're all going to do this different in this challenge, but some sort of movement is going to help see the effects of Balance and Burn even better. So this can be as simple as just walking after a meal. even 10 minutes helps. Of course, like what I'm entering into right now with strength building, I've just lost, I feel like all muscle mass. I have like the classic mom butt after I have 4 children, but after giving birth 3 times, like I have no butt anymore. But building muscle actually helps storing your glucose and also improves insulin sensitivity. So think of movement in this challenge as body support, not a chore. Like I want us to have fun with it and feel good with it. Oh no, my timer went off. That was pitiful. I'm giving myself 10 more minutes. Stick with me. The next part of this is sleep and stress. And this is huge. And I could do a whole 30 minutes on this, but I want you guys to know that lifestyle impacts hormones just as much as meals. And so poor sleep raises blood sugar and cravings. Chronic stress triggers cortisol, which raises insulin and fat storage. So we're just going to work on small improvements during this challenge. So this can be as simple as a better bedtime routine, a short walk, deep breathing with peace and calming or lavender. These do not have to be big monumental things, but they can lower cortisol and reset your nervous system and make a huge difference in your hormones and also in how balance and burn is going to work for you. Of course, supplement when needed for sleep. I love super magnesium. I do take that almost every single night. Deep Night Essence. Juliet just gave that a clap. She's a fan. Neither of those have melatonin, but I highly recommend that if you know sleep is something that you need to improve. And then the last piece of the puzzle is our supporting GLP-1. And this works alongside those 3 other pillars because this product is going to help us release our insulin at the right times. It's going to slow the digestion and improve stabilizing the blood sugar. And then again, increasing the feelings of fullness, reducing cravings and late night hunger and things like that. So this is a combination challenge. It's not just committing to taking balance and burn, although I have read several testimonies where people were like putting balance and burn to the test. Like I changed absolutely nothing. I just took balance and burn and they still saw results. But again, balance and burn is not a magic pill. Okay. It is an easy tool to use that's going to work best alongside the blood sugar supporting habits that I just mentioned. And so that's what we're going to commit to. The balance and burn system is going to help your body's own production of GLP-1 versus, faking the body into thinking GLP-1's produce. It's going to help your body begin to produce that at the right time. It's also going to help us use our fat efficiently for energy. So you should see improved energy during this challenge. Balance and burn also maintains healthy triglyceride and lipid levels. So you should see some weight loss in this challenge. It also supports a healthy gut and microbiome diversity. You should improve digestion in this challenge. But the best part is no harsh side effects. I have had one person that has been taking it a little bit over a month that her biggest complaint was going to the bathroom too much. And so she slowed down on the packets. I think I'll break those down, but she basically does the packet like every other day. You can cater this. All of our genetics are different. So you only know what's going to work best for you. Going to the bathroom too much would not be a complaint on my end, but everybody's different. So this supplement system contains 2 different supplements. So you have balance and care and burn and control. So you're going to take balance and care packets in the morning. That's that little powder. And then you're going to take burn and control capsules just anytime before lunchtime each day. And so again, this is not about diet culture. We are really wanting to support our bodies and give our body the daily nourishment that it needs through food, movement, sleep, intention, and then supplementation where needed. I wanted to read a couple of testimonies real quick, but this one I wrote down. This one says, biggest win so far. I lost 3 inches in my waist in my first week. And that was while eating imperfectly, stuck at home for these snow days. As a perimenopausal mama who has tried many things to lose, this is so encouraging. I work out regularly and do my best to eat well. I lost a total of 5.5 inches overall and a half pound in 1 week. I also noticed my energy is up. I usually take a nitro almost every afternoon, and I've skipped that multiple times since starting this. I notice I feel fuller faster and think about grabbing snacks a lot less. I have 2 other testimonies I want to read. Oh, Harmony, sister's coming in. Oh, hold on. That just messed me up. Hi, sister. I think you just came in. um, okay, wait. So let me go back one more thing. So I just want to recap because Harmony just came in too. That here's our daily small steps that we're gonna do for March. You can commit to whatever parts of this you want. We will do check-ins again. I will do giveaways. But first thing is where I'm going to begin with a protein first breakfast and then take a 10-minute walk every day, minimum 10 minutes. I'm going to enjoy balanced meals and I'm going to skip snacking for 7 days. And I'm going to prioritize hydration and sleep on top of adding in balance and burn system. Not too hard, but still things, if these aren't habits that we're going to have to think about. Here's another testimony. I'm already noticing how much less I'm eating in a meal because my body is able to properly communicate my fullness feelings. This testimony says, I'm on day 8. Food noise shut off hardcore on day 1, full quicker 2, but slowly I'm noticing food interest again, all in a good way because I had gastroparesis, which is a common side effect of the weight loss injection, but mine was from a virus years ago. So I'm very careful about not getting those symptoms again. So to say I'm still hungry but full to a normal amount is huge. Okay, if you already know that you're going to want to do this longer than 30 days, or you get to the 30-day mark and you're like, I need another month. Like I said, some people are going to they're going to be so happy how they feel after 30 days, some people 60, and then some people 90. So for those wanting to go 60 or 90, if you don't know about loyalty rewards, I have to tell you about it because it really is the easiest way to stock up on your balance and burn and get rewarded while you're ordering. So with loyalty rewards, this is your automatic monthly shipping box. So like get it before you run out type of thing. You get free products when you reach $100 or $200 or $300. So you get lots of bonus goodies. You also, this is my favorite benefit, is you get points back on every order. So it's basically store credit on future orders. You have full flexibility with this. You can change your order date. You can edit your cart anytime. And it's basically one easy wellness cart. So for like a family like Jeremy and I, we have 4 kids. We both have a loyalty rewards. Between our 2 orders, we're grabbing supplements, oils, our household cleaner, personal care items, all in one place. And so just know that that's an option. I don't want anyone ordering 3 months of balance and burn and not getting all those points back. Let me read one more testimony, but oh good, I'm almost at my 10-minute timer. Scan this QR code for our group chat over in WhatsApp. If you want that extra support. Where did I send this testimony? I sent it to somebody today. Okay. She said, 8-week balance and burn update. So she said, my biggest weight loss kicked in around 4 to 6 weeks. Your body already makes GLP-1. It's not a deficiency. It's a breakdown in communication. This isn't a magic pill. It's a great support system along with healthy daily habits. It works to help support balancing insulin, balancing the gut where GLP-1 is made naturally, and using our fat as a fuel source. I've been taking it for about 8 weeks. I've released 18 pounds, and my husband has released 45. 45 pounds. That's crazy. But the best part is we feel amazing with 0 side effects, less food noise, less hungry, less snacky, lower inflammation, better sleep, better energy. That testimony was so good. I texted it to somebody today. Okay. Now that I just flew through that, does anyone have questions? Before I sign off, I see there's a whole bunch of chats. If you put your email in, if you want me to send you or add you to the email campaign where you get that sciencey deep dive, put your email in the chat and I'll grab that and add you to that tonight. Oh, good. I'm reading some of your comments. I'm sensitive to caffeine, haven't had any unusual issues. That's great. Team protein. Oh, perfect. Okay. And you guys can see that there's different bundle options. The power bundle has fiber. The ultimate bundle comes with Ningxia and fiber. Thanks, Kari, for summing up. You're so welcome. There's no break time that's recommended, Garen. I think that everyone's gonna find that they hit their ultimate like weight loss goal, or it's gonna kick in for them at a different time. I think some people will notice it in the first 30 days. And like this girl said, her biggest was between the 4 to 6 week mark. And so 60 days. And then people who have some serious goals, 90 days. So it's going to differ for all of us. I don't think you need to take a break between, but it is meant to be a slow burn. And we're waking up things in the body, right? We're supporting our natural GLP-1 production. So we're focusing on gut health and hormone communication. Um, I haven't read anything about past 90 days, but if anybody has, please let me know. And if you jumped on this call late, I did record it. If you're a breastfeeding mom, I talked about that. I know that's really important. But to summarize, you just want to be really cautious that you're getting enough nutrients and calories because your appetite might be suppressed and you don't want to limit the amount that you're eating if you're breastfeeding. Oh, thanks. Kari, here, I'm going to copy and paste this. This is the email campaign. She sent the link. So you can actually just click that and put your email in yourself, and you'll get the first email right away. Okay. Anything else? I know I mentioned, or one of the girls in our group chat was already talking about, I think she said she was on it for 4 weeks. Is that right, Kari? And wasn't really noticing anything. So hopefully some of the things I talked about are helpful, that there's other pieces of the puzzle here that we need to tackle, like stress levels and sleep, movement, things that are going to help with our insulin resistance. But also just the fact that our bodies are all different. And for some people, it will be 30 days and some people will be 60 days. And we just need to be consistent with it. Um, any questions, guys? Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to take everyone who was live and put your name in a drawing. And I'm going to go into our group chat and I'm giving away a free month of Balance and Burn. So I'm just going to send somebody the kit who came on live. So appreciate you. And yeah, I'll do that drawing right after we get off the call. Kari, any last words, because maybe you're not there. I don't see your picture. You're so welcome. And if you appreciate more of the science, more of the ingredients, looking at them, they're fantastic. The more I read, the more convinced I was. Oh, she said I got to jump off with bedtime. Okay. That's what ultimately sold me, was me researching this. If you appreciate stuff like that, then you will like the email series, because I'm going to go a little bit deeper there. All right, y'all. Thanks for hopping on, and I'll announce our winner in our group, and I'll see y'all over there. We're going to start in a week. I'll be 37 years old. I'm so excited. Okay.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.